Miles and Dash's PAL 11. We're rolling in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action!
Welcome to Miles and Dash's PAL 11. First one.
Today's PAL is, what numbers can we make? Imagine you had 4 bags containing a large number of 1s, 4s, 7s, and 10s. You can choose numbers from the bags and add them to make different totals. You don't have to use numbers from every bag, and there will always be as many of each number as you need. Question number 1.
Choose some sets of 3 numbers and add them together. What is special about your answers? Explain what you noticed.
So for this question, we actually did every single combination there was. So just bear with us. It's pretty fast and it's really easy to find the pattern. So the first one would be 1, 1, and 1, which would equal 3. And then 1, 1, and 4, which would equal 6. And 1, 1, 7, 9, and 1, 1, 10, 12, and we're noticing that the thing at the end, each are multiples of 3 and going up in increments of 3. So going down would be 1, 4. We notice that these add up to multiples of 3. The minimum would be 3, and the maximum would be 30. So, yeah, those are our observations. Problem number 2. What do you notice when you choose sets of 4 numbers and add them together?
We noticed that for these, the minimum was 4 and the maximum was 40, and they went up by increments of 3.
Trace.
The minimum was 4 and the maximum was 40. And something else we noticed is they still went up by increments of 3. Problem number 3. What do you notice when you choose sets of 5 numbers, 6 numbers, 7 numbers, ... question mark? For this, we noticed that, this is confusing, that the minimums were always the number of numbers that you had.
So
And
we'll make the numbers of numbers n.
and then
So
the
6,
maximum
7, 8 would be n. So n.
and the maximum was always the number of numbers, so n times 10. And they still went up by increments of 3. Number 4. What totals do you think it would be possible to make if you chose 40? Why did I say 40? If you chose 99 numbers or 100 numbers?
Well, following our pattern, we would know that for 99, the minimum would equal 99, and the maximum would be 990. For 100, the minimum would be 100, and the maximum would be 1,000. And like in the others, they'd all go up by increments of 3. Problem number 5.
Use your observations and make conjectures.
For those of you who don't know, a conjecture is an idea that you have not proven yet. So a few conjectures that we had were that n being the number of numbers in the set, n times 10 would be the maximum total, and n times 1 would be the minimum total. And might be a little confusing, but n times 1 plus x times 3 equals the pattern. Oh, right. Redo that.
3, 2, 1, action.
So one conjecture we had was that n times 1 would equal the minimum. So n being the number of numbers in the set, and n times 10 would be the maximum. And
It always goes up by 3,
so
increments of 3.
for the increments of 3, it was a teeny bit more confusing, but it'd be n times 1 plus 3 times n.
Number 6, explain why conjectures make sense.
So it took us a long time to figure this out, but our conjectures make sense now because we've proven them, and now they're kind of hypotheses because they're ideas that we are now going to test.
C.
So n times 10 would equal the max, right? So let's say n would be 4. So there are 4 numbers in the set. So the maximum could only be 10, 10, 10, and 10, which would basically be n times 10. And this would be the maximum, because the highest number is 10, and the most numbers you can have in the set is 4. Actually, the only number of numbers you can have in the set is 4. So our conjecture or hypothesis now for the minimum would probably make sense the same way. N times 1 equals the minimum, using 4 again. So it'd be 1, 1, 1, and 1, because 1 is the lowest number in the bags. 4 is the only amount of numbers you can have, so that would be the minimum.
And the reason they go up by increments of 3 is the bags go up by the numbers in the bags.
Go up by increments of 3. Like
1,
this bag
4,
has
7, 10.
This bag has 4s. This bag has 7s. And this bag has 10s. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. That is why our conjectures work.
Wait, don't erase yet. I mean, this is done. Wait.